Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me or if you're new here, I'm Dr. Jen Yogi, acupuncturist and yoga instructor. I thought today that we could do a class that I built for a friend of mine who practices Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So I don't practice Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but I do have a good concept of what muscles are being used and how they need to be moved. So I built this whole class to prepare him for wrestling and sparring and all of those fun things. So today we're going to start in a wide leg child's pose. And we're going to extend the arms out as far forward as you can. Walk the fingertips as far forward as you can, allowing the belly to fall as deep as it can between the legs. Take a nice deep breath here. And gently begin to walk your fingers over to the right. And once again, reaching forward at an angle, kind of like to your 1 or 2 o'clock, lengthening that left side body, allowing the head to hang soft, continuing to take deep breaths, and then walking your fingers back towards the left, lengthening that right side body, allowing the head to hang soft, continuing to breathe. Returning back to center. What you're going to do now is you're going to cross your left arm under your right arm, and you're going to lay right on top of it, extending that left arm long, or you're welcome to extend it upwards, place it behind the back, or grab the inside of your left thigh with it. And we're going to lay here and allow that shoulder to open up. We're going to breathe deeply and exhale, release. And every time you exhale when practicing yoga, you should just allow the muscles to melt like butter, be nice and loose like a jellyfish. Extending that right arm up long, bringing it next to our face, pushing ourselves up, and bringing our right arm through the left side and threading it through, laying on that right arm, extending the left arm either long out in front of us, up high, behind the back, or grabbing our inner thigh. Just allow the weight of your chest to fall heavy on the shoulder, lengthening those muscles, stretching them out. Always remembering to breathe deeply and completely into the belly. Extending that left arm up, placing it next to the face, pushing yourself up onto all fours. And we're going to start with some simple cat-cow. So you're going to inhale, roll that tailbone out, drop the belly. Send the shoulders back and raise the gaze. Exhale, curl the tailbone under, arch the spine by pushing into the shoulders and hang the head soft. Inhale into your cat pose, rolling that tailbone out, dropping the belly. Exhaling into your cat pose. Inhaling one more time, dropping that belly as low as you can get it. And exhaling. So from here, you're going to move long ways onto your mat so that you can open your legs. You're going to point your toes outward, and you're going to send your butt back into frog pose. Now, if this is too much for you and your hips are just not open enough, then feel free to lay on your mat with one leg extended and the other leg up at 90 degrees. Your other option from here, if this is not quite enough and the other is too much, is to start moving your other straight leg outward, and that should intensify. Now you only want to go as far as feels good. There's no need to push. We're just kind of warming up here. So take a couple of deep breaths, either in a modified frog or in a full frog. Now, if you're in the modified frog, go ahead and switch sides and do the other leg. For those of us in full frog, we're just going to continue at our breath. Allowing your hips to fall lower and lower with each exhale, but without forcing them. Then go ahead and come back up onto your hands. Bring the feet inward. Send the butt back. We're going to make our way up into a standing pose. We're going to take a nice deep breath. Bring hands up overhead. And exhale, forward fold. Allow the head to hang soft here. Sway side to side. Go ahead and cross the arms, allowing them to pull you forward. And you're going to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Okay, so now would be a good time to hydrate because we're going to move into our next set of poses. From our next set of poses, you're going to stand at the top of your mat. You're going to take a big step back with your left foot. You're going to point it 90 degrees from the inside of your front foot. You're going to come into a nice lunge. And then you'll extend arms long as you lean towards your lunged leg. And we're going to engage our cores here, nice and strong back muscles. Lean into that lunge. Now, when you're in your lunge, you want to ensure that your knee never crosses your toe. That's not a good stretch. And there's Gypsy. And we're going to come up through center. What we're going to do is point our right toes forward. Left toes pointed in the opposite direction as they were. We're going to come into our lunge and we're going to lean into that lunge. Now, one modified version of this, if this is too much of a stretch, then you're going to come all the way down, bring hand to the mat, and extend arm up. Your other option is to turn palm upside and bring the forearm to the top of your thigh and reach arm up. But for those of us who want to challenge our cores, we're going to come into the lunge. We're going to bring arms into this side bend. Engaging the core, nice strong legs. Inhale up through center, relax the arms down, heel toe together. Now, one more time. Right leg forward, left leg back at a 90-degree position. We're going to come into our lunge, bringing arms up overhead and hinging towards our right leg. You really want to activate that core while simultaneously reaching your arms as far as you can to make the most of your stretch. So from here, straighten that front leg. Send hips back like you have an attitude. Extend arms long. Hinge and fold into your triangle. From triangle, you want to come up out of triangle. Twist and hinge for your reverse triangle. Come up out of your reverse triangle. Point left toes forward, right toes at a 90 degree. Lunge, come into your lunge, extend both arms up long. Engage that core, open the chest, lengthen the arms. Remember, these are your modifications. Do what feels good for your body. Every day it's going to be different. Some days this is going to be doable. Some days this is what's doable. From here, straighten that front leg. Send the hips back. Extend arms long. Lean and hinge. Remembering while we're in our triangle to take nice deep breaths. Keep nice, long, clean lines. Inhale up out of our triangle, twist, and hinge for our reverse triangle. Coming up out of reverse triangle, opening up together, heel toeing, and hinging forward. This time, use your 2 first fingers, grab under the big toes, and allow that to pull you further down. Extend arms out and make your way back up into standing. Okay. So for this next one, we're going to come into a nice strong chair pose. So you're going to bring your feet just about hip width apart. You're going to swing the arms up in front of you and send the butt back like you're sitting in a chair. Then I want you to tuck your tailbone. You're going to engage your core right here, nice strong core, strong back muscles. Once again, reaching the arms forward, keeping the shoulders down and away from the ears. From here, I want you to raise the right foot onto your tippy toes and drop. Left side and drop. Right side and drop. Left side and drop. Last one, bring foot all the way off the mat and drop. Right side, bring foot all the way off the mat and drop. Relaxing the arms down and coming into standing pose. From here, we're going to come into a forward fold. Bend the knees, bring hands to the mat. Big step back into your down dog. We're going to breathe deep into down dog. We're going to push into our hands to arch our backs, keeping our shoulders away from our ears. Nice deep breath in here. Exhale into your plank pose. Lower through chaturanga, tucking the elbows to the sides of the body, releasing the body, pushing up into cobra. Exhale down, curl the toes under, send the butt back and up. Into your down dog. Exhale into plank pose. Lower through chaturanga. Come up into cobra. Big inhale here. Exhale, lower through. Curl the toes. Send the butt back into down dog. Exhale into plank pose. Release. And come into cobra. Now, from cobra, I want you to drop your right shoulder towards center, twisting the spine. Inhale, cobra through center. Exhale, drop the left shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale, drop the right. Inhale through center. Drop the left. Lay the belly on the mat. Bring hands under your cheek. Release your head. Take 3 deep breaths here. Bringing hands next to you. Pushing the butt back into seated. We are going to come into bridge pose for our final push of poses. Bringing your heels as close as you can to your glutes. Lay flat on your back. We're going to take a nice deep breath in and push into the glutes, raising the hips high. Hands are next to us. Palm side down. Drop the hips. Do a slight pelvic tilt. It's a nice little mini stretch for the QL. Push up this time, bringing arms up overhead. Release down. One more time, bringing hips up, arms up overhead. And release. For our next pose, we're just going to go ahead and bring our feet straight up, flexing the feet, allowing the legs to extend. Just taking a breath here. Now, bring knees towards the chest a little bit. Roll the butt up. Push the hands to raise the hips. Clasp hands underneath. Straighten the legs. Come into plow pose. Open the legs with plow pose. And close. You can also bring your hands to your low back, and they can act as support. Opening the legs, flexing the feet, and close. Allowing the legs to fall. Relaxing the hands down, rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. Allowing the legs to fall. Flap open. Taking 3 deep breaths in Shavasana, corpse pose, or most importantly, integration pose. It's so important to give our body just a couple of breaths or a couple of minutes to really integrate the poses we've just done, to internalize that movement, that loosening, those releases, and really allow the body to settle into its new position. When you're ready, bring your knees up to your chest, rock into seated. Okay, friends, I'm so glad that you could join me today. I hope that you will like and subscribe and share. I hope that you'll join me again for more videos, and see you soon. Namaste.